Hello, everyone. My name is Trung, and I'm from Blockvue. I'd like to talk to you guys today about an exciting project that I've been working for a while. We call it Blockvue. It's a big data for blockchain. Now, let's imagine for a while that you could have you could have access to all financial transactions happening in the world. I'm not just talking about transactions that happens within the banks and financial institutions, but also transactions that happens, when you buy a pizza. What sort of insight could you have if you start aggregating those transactions? You could see emerging economies, the trade flows that you sort of not known about before, and new kind of transactions before actually they become more obvious. But there's a problem with that. All of that information currently today is locked up somewhere. Some companies own bits and pieces of that, but it's not available publicly. However, every once in a while, a technology comes along that changes everything. And that technology is the blockchain. It's a public ledger that powers the Bitcoin. So what kind of information can what kind of insight can we get from blockchain? Well, you could check if the network is growing. Are the number of active users growing? You could also look at various types of transactions. For example, if the e-commerce is gaining traction, are people paying for items with Bitcoin? And also, if you're a trader or an investor, you would be looking at sort of pockets of liquidity. Which exchanges will having those liquidity. However, there's also a problem here. And you might think, why there is a problem? If the data is there, why can't I get access to it? Well, let me explain. Well, if you think about a blockchain today, this is the best analogy that I can find. This is how the data is stored in the blockchain. So it looks like a filing cabinet. It's very efficient in terms of storage, but it's not very easy if you want to find something. You can't query. So if I wanted you to find, okay, go and find me a folder with an index of X and Y, you'll probably go and do it, but you'll not be able to give me all the folders which are red. Okay, so this is how you probably look at blockchain today. Just like a yellow page book. You need to know what you're looking for in order to find information. You can't query it. And the blockchain explorers that you have available today gives you an impression that the blockchain is kind of a list, right? It's not very easy to visualize. Now, how about I'll tell you that blockchain is actually a graph, a financial transactional graph. And this is what we do with Blockvue. We index the blockchain, we cluster the data, and we visualize it. Show it to you that you can browse the blockchain in a completely new way. We'll give you an ability to search. So you can find out the transactions. We also introduce the concept of addresses. Entities from the addresses. That means you don't look at the addresses anymore, but you look at entities like exchanges, users, gambling sites, and so on. We'll be able to identify those for you. For example, this is how a gambling transaction looks like. Did you know? And this is an exchange. And this is Mt. Gox's wallet. So, again, what we do, index the blockchain, cluster the data, and visualize it. And we use pretty smart machine learning tools to do that. So, finally, we give you the actionable insight so that you can use for better decision making. And this is just a glimpse of the first application we've built to demo the concept that we've implemented. So we're changing the way people look at Blockvue. I mean, people look at blockchain. So you can sign up for a beta. We're launching soon. We're also looking for seed investment. And you can follow us on angel.co. Thank you.